friends, here we have Sarat Kumar today, and he was very gracious and he was very forthcoming in sharing his journey of machine learning, data science, and automation. So he has a wide experience, both specifically in automation before he joined our course, but after joining our course, he has also transitioned to more interesting data science and machine learning careers. So thank you, Sarat, for taking the time, for sharing your journey, so that other students and other learners who are pursuing or who are trying to get into careers in data science, or people who are already in data science careers will surely, your journey will be surely inspirational and helpful as people learn how others have done it. So thanks a ton for taking the time.
First of all, I want to thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity to share my journey, because of course. So I started my career with a Capgemini, which is one of the MNC. So as a tester, I started my professional career. Then as a QA tester.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Which year was this?
So it was around some 2013 and like 2014 starting.
Okay.
Jan 2014. So after that, soon I shifted to CGI, which was in Bangalore. So I was working there
as a graphics company, right? If I'm not wrong.
No, sir. It is a consulting firm. It works on everything. It is one of the MNC.
It's a typical services company, or
yes. Typical services company.
Okay, cool.
So over there, I was working in one of the UK-based project. So that project has a lot of opportunities actually. So as a tester, I joined. So soon I jumped into automation. I started with the Selenium things and all. So automation also, like I touched automation. So I was doing some automation scripts and all. I was running some automation scripts
and mostly using Selenium.
So, Selenium, yes, sir. Mostly using
Java
Selenium.
based or Python based, or just
it was Java based, but the scripts were already written. So the task of us is like to modify the scripts and run.
Okay, so that was the type of automation. It's basically automated testing that you're doing.
Yes, sir. Automated testing.
Cool. Then so where did you go from there?
So after that, at those time only, at that point of time only, so one of my friends, she started with a data analytics course.
Okay.
And she told that, okay, data analytics, this field is very good. And so there is a lot of opportunities and all. So I thought, okay, I will continue over here because there was like UK opportunity was there. So I was looking forward for that. So after that, my brother is an IIT pass out. So he's a vice president of procurement. Okay. So he came to Bangalore. So I had a quality time with him. So he told that, okay, you want to change your career, or like you want to continue with this or something. So I asked him suggestion, which are the good fields and all. So the first point he told is like data science, data analytics. These are good, and cloud-based application, cloud computing. This is also good. So you can jump into any of these.
Okay.
So I suggested that friend who was doing data analytics, and she made a transition into data analytics. She went to Standard Chartered after that.
Very good.
So the first point is like, okay, we were around some 3.5, 4 lakhs, and she jumped around some 10 lakhs. That was the first motivation for me. Okay, there is like a lot of money over here.
There is also the potential to grow in your career, learn new things, make more money.
Yes. So that was the first motivation for me. And after that, I thought, okay, chalo, I will start with this. After that, I shifted to one more company, that is Alstrotech. Over there, also automated testing only. Yes. Okay. So, but there are a lot of analytics roles are there. It was a data science project. There was an opportunity to learn data science and all. So over there, I started with some machine learning aspects. I'm not very sure of all those, like anomaly detection that was started over there. So that I was not very sure of that. I was doing testing and both. So I wanted to learn more. You were a very
curious person who said, in addition to testing, I also want my hands, I want to get my hands dirty with this data analytics and a little bit of anomaly detection stuff.
Yes, because at that point of time, it was like my friend already did a transition, as well as my brother told about data analytics and
right. Those are very important data points and motivation for you.
Yes, sir. That was the two motivation points for me. So after that, there were some family issues. I had to leave my job. So I left my job around some last year, some June, July or something.
This was
So
July of
after that,
2019.
yes.
Okay.
So it was not like I left over there. I was working from home only. So it was like on and off and like
Okay.
that. So because of family issues and all. So what I did is like this was the best opportunity for me to learn about data science.
Right.
So
Right.
I was going through a lot of courses. I was going through a lot of courses. I was searching in YouTube and all. So in YouTube, I used to follow the person named as Krishna.
Yes.
Okay. So Chris Nayak has once referred about this Coursera and all Udemy and all, and he told about applied AI course.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, okay, chalo, this is one of the good opportunities. I wanted to see so what all the things are there. So I also heard reviews of applied AI. So there are like lot of case studies are there which will be good for me, like
Mm-hmm.
Netflix recommendations. There were like good projects were there. So what I did is like my sister also works in Mindtree. So I suggested her. I asked her. So I asked my Jiju, my brother-in-law. So they also told that okay, this is one of the good course. You can go for that. So
Okay.
soon in September, starting week, I think
So
so.
I
So
think
I
you
enrolled
joined in
for
the
this.
early September of 2019, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, yes, sir. So early September, I joined this course, and as soon as I joined, I was working from home, so I used to get a lot of time. A lot of time. There was like only few moments, like 1 or 2 hours I used to work a day, and I used to read this course only. So my motivation was like, okay, by December I need to change my job. This job I need to change by December
Okay.
or November 2019 or December.
So
So
you had a very short period of time, like almost you set a target that in 3 to 4 months I'm going to change my career path.
yes, yes, sir.
And you were still
So
doing automation testing at that time, mostly
mm,
automation testing.
it was mostly automation, but they were like not many projects. So only one project was there. It was a long lasting project. So it had a minimal work of automation.
Okay,
That's it.
okay, okay, okay. Got it, got
Yeah.
it. So you had some time. So you said next 3 to 4 months, I'm going to put my full energies behind this and try to transition.
Yes, sir.
Cool,
So
cool.
after that, what I did is like September I started. So frankly to speak, I used to read for around some 6 hours every day.
Okay. So you're now going into your strategy of how you went through the course, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
So
sir.
because you had ample time, because your work hours were fewer, your workload was less, and you set a target
Yes,
of
sir.
trying to finish everything in 3 to 4 months, you started putting in 6 hours a day. Yes, that's possible.
Yes, sir. So I have divided like this. Morning I used to wake up early. So morning 2 hours. So afternoon 2 hours and night 2 hours. So
Okay,
that was mandatory for me. So
okay,
6 hours minimal I used to spend for this course. I had a lot of time, and I wanted to change this field. I wanted to jump from this testing automation to this data science field.
to data science, to core data
Yes,
science.
sir. Core data science. So 6 hours I used to give every day. So by October mid, I finished the course. October
So
mid, I
by
finished the
finishing the
course.
course, you mean in about 45 days, you went through all the videos.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Complete videos.
you did all the videos, but not assignments yet.
And not assignments. I only completed the videos. I did not
Okay.
touch a single assignment
So
because I wanted to
your
learn
strategy
about this
was
thing.
let's finish all the videos in 45 days, and you could do it by putting in 6 hours.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
got it, got it. Okay,
Yes, sir. So, so one of my friend was a data scientist. So he helped me in after that point of time. He helped me like he told like, okay, Sharat, do this projects. So
okay,
complete like anomaly detection. So complete like some neural network classification. So complete some project. He gave me some 4 to 5 projects.
okay,
So what I did is like in from October mid to November end, I completed those projects,
okay,
and at the same point of time, I used to revise this course.
okay, okay. So you revised the course also while doing these projects.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
So in a day, 2 to 4 hours, I used to work on the project, and 3 hours nearly I used to revise each and every content.
Got it.
And
Revision is
one
very,
point
very
I want,
important.
yes, sir. So one point I want to mention is like whatever you used to teach, na, sir. So I used to write each and everything. I used to
Yeah.
write each and everything. So revision made me easier.
Yeah, we actually
So
ask everyone to write the notes because you're writing it in a form that you can revise faster. Nothing beats that.
yes, sir.
By what time have you finished the small 5 projects that your friend has recommended and revised all the course?
It is around I took around some 1.5 months.
Okay.
Not
So
1.5 month exactly, 1 month, 10 days around.
So by November end, you are done with this, more or less.
November end, I have done with this, and I have put down my papers.
Oh, you already
November
submitted
end
your
was
resignation. Okay. Okay.
I have put down my papers. The November 29th was my last day over there. So from December, I started searching for jobs.
By this time, you have not done the assignments at all.
Like 3 to 4 assignments I did. That's it.
Okay.
Like Python.
So you did 3
why
or
I did
4
Python assignments?
Okay.
Yes. Why
Okay.
I did Python assignments was because I was not familiar with Python.
Aha.
So I
You knew
wanted
Java
to go
programming,
into
but
depth.
not Python programming. Okay, got it. Got it.
Yes. So I wanted to get in depth of that Python. So I completed this Python and SQL, the starting 3 and EDA.
Okay.
So
So
starting
you
4
did 4
assignments I did.
assignments, and
So
hence our job guarantee program, etc., did not start. But you said, let me go start applying because I'm in a rush to get change my career.
yes, sir.
Got it. Got it.
So yes, sir. So after that I applied in Naukri. So I paid around some 4 to 5,000 in Naukri. So I used to get a lot of calls at that point of time in December. So I used to get around some
This is
in a
December of
day
2019.
2019.
Okay, got
In a day I used to get around some 1 call or 2 calls or 3 calls. So probably in a week I used to. So my motto was to attend 15 interviews at any point of time.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Because I was very new to this field and I did not completed a lot of assignments. So I wanted like 15 interviews I need to go. So
Interviews
in
is
that
also
I
a
can
form
crack.
of experience in how to crack. You might not be able to crack the first ones, but with some experience, you can crack the later ones.
Yes, sir. So the first interview I gave is like Wipro. So Wipro, I almost completed. I completed all the rounds in Wipro. The interviews will be very easy over. Not in Wipro, every company, whatever the basics you teach, na, sir, they ask about that only.
Okay.
The basics are very important, like machine learning basics or like Python or like a neural network more than enough. Deep learning, it is more than enough. Whatever the course content is, more than enough.
So most of the questions that you encountered in the actual interviews, you could easily answer based on the course revision and course content that you've gone through.
That is more than enough. So course content and each and everything, that is because, and I used to stuck because about the projects I did, it was like a normal project. The anomaly detection I did on a
You didn't
IPython
do
notebook.
high quality, high end.
It was not an, yes. So it was not an industrial experience. So I used to get rejected on that basis. But
not
comparatively
on the
to first
core concepts, but on the case studies and projects part, you are okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
we have seen
they
this.
used to ask.
Actually, in our experience also, that's why what we do as part of our mentorship program is we get students to do very high quality projects, because what we have seen for many students is their projects or self case studies have become a huge advantage for them. So that's very important. Having strong portfolio projects is very important. It's a good point that you raised.
So I used in Wipro, he told me the simple thing like you don't have an industrial exposure. That is the only reason I am rejecting.
And your case
so
studies
I
were
went
also
through.
Not up to the mark of actual industrial experience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because the projects like anomaly or like the classification I did on sweets classification. So there are like different types of sweets were there. So I did on sweets classification. I took images through web scraper and all. So I did like that. So it was not up to the mark. So based on those points,
it was still
based on
like
those
a
points and all.
project, not like an end-to-end real-world solution.
Exactly, sir. That is the main reason.
Interesting thing that you just mentioned, right? Because you had Selenium experience, you built a simple web scraper using Selenium, got some data from the internet and build a simple image classifier. That's a very good way to combine your prior experience with machine learning. That's a very neat way of doing it.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
So I did like this. So the only thing is like I used to get a lot of calls. That was a motivation for me.
Okay.
So first thing is like it was set in the mind that okay, 15 interviews I need to go through any cost. So whenever I used to get rejected, there was no demotivation for me because I used to think, okay, 15 were there, more 14 are there, more 13 are there, more 12 are there. So that was a motivation.
Optimistic guy saying, it's okay. I'm going to go through 15 of these. One of them I'm sure to crack. Got it.
Yes, sir. So what I did is like, so by Jan 3rd was my joining. It was a company called Mobile Programming. So Jan 3rd, so that I got 3 offers by end of December. End of December, I got 3 offers.
1 month you got 3 offers.
1 month I got 3 offers.
Okay.
So
How many
one was a South.
total companies did you interview with?
It was in that month I interviewed with around some 10 companies.
Okay.
Nearly.
And you got offers from 3.
I got offers from 3.
Cool.
So the mobile programming was one of the company where I got over there. So it was deploying me in SAP.
Okay.
SAP was a company, so it was SAP. So I was being deployed over there.
It was a data science role.
Yes, sir. It was completely data science role.
Proper
So
data
I was being, yes, sir. I was being interviewed by the SAP people also, SAP people also.
So SAP was your client, and you
Yes,
would
sir.
be working for this company on behalf of this company for SAP as a data scientist.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
So why I choose that field is like I wanted industrial experience right now.
Got it.
So SAP products, I have like SAP products plus this machine learning or deep learning. I'll be getting an industrial experience right now.
Right.
So that was the main motto over there. So I was on bench for like 2 or 3 months. I was getting frustrated. So what I did is like, now I went through each and every case studies again and again. So
in our course,
right now I focused more only on, yes, only in applied AI course case studies.
So you went through all the 15, 16 case studies that we have in more detail. Okay.
Yes, sir. So in detailing, I went through each and every case studies. Now I started again giving interviews. So it was like there was a lockdown in March 22 or something. There was a lockdown. So I again prepared for like around some 15 days.
Okay.
15 days I prepared, and by April 10th I got a joining in 3K Softech Solution, which is in Bangalore.
And this was during the lockdown.
This was during the lockdown.
Okay.
And I used to get a lot of calls during the lockdown.
Okay. And what do you think is the biggest reason why you are getting these calls even during the lockdown? Just wanted to get a couple of thoughts from you or pointers.
As per my point of the thing is that data science has a lot of demand. So if comparative to anything, okay, like any industry, like COVID is a situation. So in COVID also, people use time series analysis or predictive analysis for predicting how many cases are there, how many cases are yet to come in next 2 or 3 days or 4 days or 5 days. And when it comes to stock market, it is also like time series are there. So in every domain, the data science is there. In medical domain is there. In
this did not impact your rate of getting new potential recruiters reaching out to you, or your number of calls did not decrease because of COVID. Okay.
Yes. So yes. So I used to get around some 10 to 15 calls. I used to give interviews like 2 interviews per day. That was completely online.
Okay.
That was completely online. I used to do around some 2 interviews per day. At that point of time, I got 2 offers. So this 3K was giving me a joining. 3K gave me joining like bit earlier, so I joined over there.
Okay.
So that was, so right now I'm working as a 3K in 3K.
Okay.
As a
what are you
data
currently
scientist.
working on? What are some of the cool stuff that you're working on right now at 3K?
So right now I'm working on a predictive maintenance project. Okay. So this predictive maintenance. So one more point I want to mention is like last 2 weeks you took a class on Spark.
Yes.
So that is being helpful for me right now. Why? Because the entire project is built on Spark.
Cool.
Right now, whatever the project is being going on, it is being built on Spark. Okay. So that is being helpful for me. So right now I am writing a code on PySpark
you have
only.
Joined some of our recent live sessions and asked a few questions also. So yeah, I'm happy that something that we have done just a couple of weeks back is helpful to somebody in the industry. That's very
yes. So because right now the best part is like it is an industry experience which I am getting. So it is like a basic thing is like predictive maintenance on some turbofan data sets. It is like automation. It is machineries. So I need to predict whether it is going to be faulty or like it is not going to be faulty.
This is on
it is again
this is on physical, mechanical, electromechanical equipment to detect when they require maintenance or when they might crash. right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, sir.
cool.
It is a
Yeah,
streaming data. It is IoT streaming data, which will
very
be coming
interesting.
from this
Very interesting problem.
Kafka and all. So I am working on that. So I am very happy that I am working on that right now,
Yeah, it's a
because
very
there's
interesting field, without doubt. It's a very interesting application of time series analysis and whole of machine learning and advances in deep learning for sure. Yes.
yes, sir.
Cool.
So
So even after you got your jobs, like you just mentioned this, right? You already joined in a job, but you attend all the live sessions diligently. You continue to revise the course contents. Every new update that we make, we see that you have almost watched every new video that we update or every live session that we publish. And again, that's a very important trait that I want to call out, because it is a continuous learning that is very important. Even after you become a data scientist, I used to tell this to many of my mentees or people whom I used to work with at earlier and also at Applied AI course, that if you stop learning, within 5 years you'll become a dinosaur in this field, right? And I've seen people
yes, sir.
who have become dinosaurs because they have not constantly learned. So one very important trait of yours that I want to call out, which is extremely useful in the long run, is that you're a continuous learner. I mean, that's very interesting. And I believe you reached out to us very recently and mentioned that you want to enroll and subscribe for 1 more year because of a dynamic content, because of new case studies. So why do you want to, again, because you already have a job, you already transitioned to your dream career, you're working on very interesting projects. Why do you want to again subscribe for 1 more year?
So the first important point is like live sessions. Whatever the live sessions you are taking right now, so it is on the current topics, maybe on Docker or like maybe on BERT, so maybe on Transformers, maybe the Spice Park. These and all are helping me a lot. So in my Saturday, Sundays, like me and my friend used to sit out and we used to work on like some BERT projects or some like that. Why? Because the tutorials which you used to teach, the first important point is like you used to go in depth, and the explanation was like very crisp and clear. So that is very advantage to me, because I have went through a lot of tutorials. Right now also I used to go through Udemy tutorials and all, but right, the tutorials which you used to go through, sir, it is very crisp and clear, and it is in depth, and it is more specific towards knowledge, rather than a simple a code which you, so even though you used to go through a code walkthrough, you used to explain each and every point of the code. So
Yes,
that
we
is
try
very
to,
helpful
again,
for me.
we don't want to create coding monkeys. We don't want to just focus on code. We want to focus on the foundational concept plus code. Because
Yes, sir.
if you just know foundational concepts but don't know how to code, it's useless. If you can only code without understanding the internals of Spark, again, it is useless. So we try to
Yes,
balance these two things very often. We try to do it to our best of our ability. Cool. Of the sessions that we have done on Spark, on deployment, on Streamlit, all of that, how to build APIs. We hope some of them can help you become this end-to-end data scientist who can do everything.
yes, sir.
Again, most data pipelines you can comfortably build using SQL or Python. So we hope some of these technologies
Yes,
that
sir.
live sessions or we've done live sessions on will help you in this journey. And again, hope to see
Yes,
you
sir.
more and more in live sessions that we'll conduct in the future. We plan to do some live sessions on
Definitely, sir.
GPT-based models, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So we'll
Yes, sir.
keep pushing the boundaries on the new stuff that we want to cover, because we want to create a very dynamic, up-to-date course catering to people who are already data scientists as well as people who aspire to be data scientists in the near future. So
This course is helpful for everyone actually, from a fresher till an experienced guy. So that is the only thing I want to tell you. So
cool.
because I went through a lot of courses, that's why the real intent behind that, taking the course for next 1 year is the same thing.
Okay.
So I want to
For
revise, and I
subscribing for
want to,
1 more year. Okay. Got it. Got it.
yes, I want to revise. At the same time, I want to upgrade.
Cool. And we hope that we'll provide more interesting sessions, more interesting content for you to continuously upgrade. And
Sure,
thank
sir.
you very much. Thank you, Sharat, for taking the time in sharing your journey. We hope this will help many other students who are currently in the same journey, or people who are already data scientists or people who are doing automation testing. We hope your journey will inspire many of their journeys and start theirs, just like your brother and your relatives, your friends have inspired you. We hope this journey, by sharing it with all the students and everyone who wants to learn on YouTube, certainly helps more students just like you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.